Take me back to Constantinople. No, you can't go back to Constantinople. Now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business but the Turks.
Father Sean, well, since Dr. Pennington would not let me do my midterm essay as a YouTube video, which I thought would have been very nice, I thought I would do my weekly email as a video. Particularly, I'd like to share with you an adventure I had today. I went down to the Byzantine exhibit at the National Gallery of Art, and there I met our good friend Justinian. In fact, as I went to the exhibit, I was very impressed with the little bit of history about the Byzantine Empire that was outside the gallery, and there was even this chronology that I found on the wall. Looking carefully, there we have our good friend Justinian. And if we look carefully for what he's known about, it says that in fact he codified law. How about that? It turns out that Dr. Pennington was right. Justinian really is a big deal, and he's a big deal because he codified Roman law. Now, looking more carefully in the exhibit itself, I was again impressed to find real, tangible connection with our good friend Justinian. I found there these two coins with the image of Justinian on them. Now, these are an actual gold solidus. It is solid gold, and it has a picture of Justinian on the front. If you look, in fact, at the description of exactly what Justinian did, what do we find? Once again, Justinian regained much of the western half of the empire, which had been lost to barbarian invaders. He also codified civil laws in the Corpus Juris Civilis, a basic document for European law, and undertook extensive rebuilding campaign that included the Church of Hagia Sophia. So how about that? Dr. Pennington, right again. Justinian, very important, has his picture on a coin. Although, I read that it's not really what he looked like. In fact, it says that you should never trust an image on a coin because it's not what they look like. Too bad. Now, after I left the whole exhibit, there's a little gift shop outside, which I don't recommend spending a lot of money at. I did, however, find this very nice little children's book, if you will, talking about who else but our good friend Justinian. Now, what might your average, 6 or 7-year-old need to know about Justinian? Well, here's what the little book says. It says, for hundreds of years, Roman laws were written in books and on tablets. The laws were good, but they were difficult for people to understand. Justinian wanted to make it easier for people to know and follow these laws. Justinian hired a group of men with special knowledge of the laws. He asked them to gather together all the Roman laws. They rewrote the laws to make them easier to understand and got rid of laws that were outdated. Justinian's legal experts put the laws in an order that made sense. This new system of laws was written in one book. It was called the Body of Civil Law. This new law book was known as Justinian's Code. Justinian made new laws too. Theodora helped Justinian and encouraged him to make laws that were fair to women. The new laws gave women more rights and allowed them to inherit property. Justinian's Code was used for hundreds of years. Other countries liked Justinian's Code so much that their leaders decide to use it too. So there you have it. More evidence. Dr. Pennington is right. Justinian was really important for the Byzantine Empire and can even be known and loved by children to this very day. It even points out that things like innocent until proven guilty came from Justinian's Codex. So how about that? There it is, my weekly email. If you want to learn more about Justinian and even see a picture of him on a coin that isn't really him, I recommend highly that you do go to the National Gallery of Art and see there the exhibit on the Byzantine Empire. Until next week, when maybe I'll go back to a short email. God bless.
Now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody.